Hello everybody. In this video I will talk to you about quantitative and categorical data and how to determine which type you're dealing with in a particular situation. Alright, so in statistics we're dealing with data all the time, right? We collect a sample and we want to make some inference about a population where the sample comes from. So we collect information that can be split up in two parts. It is either quantitative. Think about this as quantity, how much. This is how I really think about this type of data, how much, right? And we can also have qualitative or categorical data. Categorical, quality. You can't say how much, but what type of quality does this particular sample have? Okay, so quantitative and categorical. Quantitative can be measured in units, can be measured in some sort of units. Okay, and I'll give you some examples here. So what are some examples that we can use? Let's see. Salary. How much salary does someone make per year? What is it measured in dollars? Okay. What else? Let's talk about baby weight. When you have an announcement on Facebook that one of your friends had a baby, they say, okay, how much does this baby weigh? And what is it measured in? Pounds. Okay, so when you're dealing with quantitative data, these are the two questions that you should be able to ask. How much? What is it measured in? Salary, baby weight. What else? Well, let's say you are into nutrition. Okay, then let's say you want to talk about weight of protein in a serving of yogurt. So this would be in grams. How much of protein do you have in this particular serving of yogurt? 8 grams, right? Units, how much? That's your quantitative data. Categorical is quality. Does this group possess this particular quality? Okay, and it cannot be measured. It cannot be measured in units. Cannot be measured in units. Okay. All right. Cannot have units attached to it. But what can it be measured in? Think about it as percentage. So if you were to describe your sample and it's a categorical data that you're dealing with, you would say, all right, I have certain percentage of my sample that has this particular quality. Okay, so let's say you have the following examples. Bilingual. Okay, that's all people that speak 2 languages, right? Fluent in 2 languages. Can you measure that in units? There's no such thing as bilingual grams or meters or dollars, right? But you can say, okay, out of my friends, how many or what percentage of my friends are bilingual, right? So percentage here. Percentage of bilingual coworkers, percentage of bilingual students at FCC. Okay, categorical. That's your category. All right, let's see. What else can it be? Female teachers. Okay, let's say you're interested in proportion of teachers in a certain district and you want to see what proportion is female and what is male. Again, this is percentage or proportion. That's your first step in figuring out what type of data you're dealing with. Okay, so quantitative, categorical, those are your 2 main types, and this is actually a very, very important question to ask. Okay, once we're getting into further chapters where we talk about confidence intervals and hypothesis testing, this will come in really, really handy for you to know what type of data you're dealing with. All right, now once you know what you're dealing with, what else can we do here? So let's say you're dealing with quantitative data. This can be split up further. Okay, this can be split up into continuous data and discrete. Okay, this one is a little bit counterintuitive. It's not so easy to understand at first, but once you do, it's not so bad. Think about the following trick to remember. Continuous data can take any decimal value. Any decimal value is possible. Decimal value is possible. Okay, so what is one example of a continuous data? Okay, so continuous, one example. Weight, height. Why is that? Whenever you have weight, you could have 6.23, let's say, kilograms, or 7.453, or 100.24 kilograms. Any possible value that has a decimal of any sort is possible, right? So this is a continuous variable. Okay, discrete will be not all values are possible. Not all values are possible. Okay, now let me go ahead and give you an example of a discrete. Okay, let's say number of children in a family. Number of children. Well, you can have 0, 1, 2, 3, and so forth, right? But you cannot have 1.32. You cannot have 1.55 or 2.34 children. This is an example of a discrete variable, okay? So whenever you have a value that cannot happen, then you know this is a discrete, okay? Think about as there's holes in between your values that are possible. That's discrete. If there are no holes, that's continuous, okay? So those are your main types of data. Quantitative, that can be also split up in continuous and discrete, and then categorical, that can also be split up in nominal. So this one can be nominal and ordinal. Nominal is when you can put it in some sort of natural order. So an example of that one would be, let's see, let me give you another example. Let me go to another page. So let's do categorical data. And what would be a good one for nominal and ordinal? Let's see. Ordinal, some sort of natural order. Example would be sizes of t-shirts. They go extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, right? Well, I guess you could have extra large, extra large, and extra small, but you get the idea. There is a very natural way to order this data, but this is categorical. These are categories, right? And then nominal, no way that you can order it one way or the other and say, okay, this is how I would do it. So one example would be student majors, right? So let's say STEM major is one of them that we have here at FCC. So STEM. You could have business administration, nursing, computer science, and so forth. And none of them really matter which way they come, right? The order here doesn't make any difference. Okay, there's no one natural way of ordering this. Okay, so these are your ways to determine what type of data you're dealing with. All right, I hope you find this video helpful. If you have any other questions, feel free to shoot me an email and I will be happy to answer it. Thank you for watching.